Yeah, you can just start off on your knees. So I'm going to work with you guys on this this guillotine series. I know most of you guys have done this with me before. It's probably my favorite thing to teach because I think it's one of the most effective things I know for fighting. It's a kryptonite for good wrestlers. It's a good way to get on top of people that have better takedown ability than you. And you can make guys nervous with it all the time. So if you're on top of them, they're afraid to get up because they don't want to get their head taken, their neck taken. They're afraid to shoot on you because they don't want to get their neck taken. They're afraid to do anything because they don't want to get their neck taken. So let's work on the 4-move series. And I'll go over some of the mechanics of actually finishing the choke this time, which I usually don't. And it can happen from various different positions. The guy's shooting on me, but it's always when he's belly down and he's trying to take me down, right? I'm gonna reach in and get my chin strap, grab a hold of the jaw. If you guys can't see this, sorry Brent, but I'm putting my fingers basically on his molars, right? On the back of his teeth. I have this good grip here, right? And I clamp down on my elbow and I'm turning his head sideways. It's like, it compromises his strength in his body, and it allows me to open up the choke with a deep grip right when I sit to it. So I do want to elevate this elbow. Even if he's shooting it on me, I'm still going to grab it on this side, and I'm going to sprawl, but I'm going to drop my hip to the ground and put his head on the ground. So this is going to prevent him from being able to counter and get across my legs. Because if he tries to jump over me, I have plenty of space to be able to stop him from being able to get over me by elevating my legs and dropping my knee on the inside of his stomach and then dropping my heel over top of his hip. I want to be out to the side, my butt sticking out. And to get the choke here, I want to, it's an arm and guillotine, so I can't lift like this. So I want to turn my wrist in, so this is actually easier with MMA gloves on. This will make the choke even tighter. But I want to turn my wrist in like I'm looking at my watch. And then this hand, I'm not lifting with it because his arm's in the way anyways. I'm actually pushing up with it like this and trying to take my wrist and bring it as close to my shoulder as possible. So the space here around his neck is as small as possible. And then I'm not using any arm strength from this point. People are like, oh, I don't like guillotines because I burn out my arms. I've been doing guillotines for 20 years. I've never burned out my arms doing guillotines, I promise. You just have to use your body for the mechanics, not your arm strength. So here, and I can't do this, it's hard to do this from a guard, especially if you're square with him. You can do it from a closed guard if you're out to the side. The idea is to be able to take your armpit and smash it on the back of his head as you're lifting your wrist and bringing his body forward. So you're bringing his body over top of his head, you're bringing his head underneath his body. So if I have the choke here, and I'm kind of being nice with my wrist here, but if you can see the difference, just by me turning my wrist in a little bit, a little tighter, that makes it. Yep. Right, so I'm gonna be nice on that. I'm gonna try to smash his head underneath him like this and kind of lift as I'm doing it at the same time. So here and here with the mechanics, all right? But I'm gonna have you guys practice that, but I'm just gonna go through the whole 4-move series real quick. You guys are all advanced, you guys all know what you're doing. So let's say, I'm in this position, I'll go to this choke, I wanna finish it, but he's gonna be nervous about getting choked, so he rolls. This happens probably more common than even getting the choke, especially at a higher level. But it's a way to get on top of guys that are better wrestlers than you. So some people will go into an anaconda here. If that's your submission, go ahead. I don't use it personally, but to each their own. I almost always exclusively go underneath the arm here. And now I know I'm gonna win this battle. This is almost a guaranteed that I'm gonna end up on top here. Now he can try to turn in this way, but I have his neck. It's gonna be very difficult. And if he turns in the other way, it actually makes it easier for me to get up. And then I'll finish the choke from on top right here, which is just as tight as a regular guillotine. So again, here, he rolls, I just let him roll. I can take my time here, I don't have to rush. And then whenever I'm ready, I can get up on my elbow, because he's not trying to turn into me. Then I can turn in, and then I can finish the choke from right here. The next thing, sorry. Yeah. All right, so go back. Trying to put Brent to sleep here. So the other thing that happens is the guys try to jump over your legs, and they'll jump really hard. And if you use this shin across position, it's real hard for him to do that. But he might try anyways. And if he does, I'm just gonna go with it. And then we'll go right to the mountain and finish the guillotine from the mountain. So Here, you guys have demonstrated this on each other just by taking this hip and dropping it over to this side. So go ahead, just, yeah, we'll go ahead, keep going. So, follow it up. Grapevine, pinch my elbows down, arch my back and straighten. I want to make sure my arm's straight. So let's move 3, and then the last one, you're almost done. And then the last one is we need to make sure that we abandon this if he's pulling his head out. If he's starting to get his head out of here, I'm gonna come up with him and let it go with his belly down. I can go into Darcis from here. I can go into an anaconda from here. I can spin, take it back from here. Go back to the guillotine from there. Whatever. Niem if it's in Asia. So that's the 4-move series. Let's just spend a couple minutes practicing all 4 moves with a partner, then we'll get into some training. All right, let's go, guys.